morning, Dubai. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show, where we go through the top trending stories that everyone across the country is talking about. Our top story for you today: UAE midday break for workers will begin on June 15th.
Huda Kattan has bought back Huda Beauty completely.
We're talking about the Dubai flower shop selling a life-size Labubu for 30,000 dirham.
And we're going to have a really special interview today. From Dubai to Baghdad, Lisa and Travels takes the road less traveled.
In today's rapid weather report, it's mostly sunny with temperatures ranging from 28 to 36 degrees. That's actually a bit of a dip. So if you can get out there today and enjoy it, I would suggest you go and do so. Before we get there, we want to talk about something that happened to you and something that happened to Khabib.
Ooh, okay. So basically, before the show began, I was telling Casey about how I went to this event. No worries. I went to this event and I was just carrying the Lovin Dubai mic, and I noticed when I'm carrying that mic, people want to take a photo with me.
Cool.
And these two, I don't say this in an arrogant way, but you know they love Lovin Dubai. So these two men came up to me and they're like, "Hey, can we take a photo with you?" They even had their social media manager with them, and they were like, "Hey, take the photo for us." And I was telling Casey this. I'm like iffy about being too close to men. I don't think iffy is the right word. It's just more of, religiously, it does not stand with me. Even if it's a shoulder rub, I just don't like it. And I remember I stood with them, and we when we were going to take the photo, I didn't stand too close to them. Mm-hmm. And then their social media manager was like, "Can you guys come closer?" And in that moment, I was like, I don't want to do this. Usually I agree to it. I go against my morals just to make things less awkward. But I was like, I'm good. They did not move closer to me. I literally said, I'm good. That's all I said. They did not come closer to me. She kept smiling and took that photo, and off they went. And ever since that day, I'm like, there is such a nice way to say no without being mean. You don't have to give in to things, you know?
True, but it's so interesting, and as soon as I heard it, it made me think of what happened last week, the finals, PSG, when they won the Champions something. Big football match. And at the end, they were having their regular reporting moment, and Khabib, best MMA artist in the world, legendary, he chose his right to respect his culture by not shaking hands with the lady there. Yeah. After he just shook hands with the three male presenters. They're a foursome. They do a lot of presenting together. And when he did it, though...
Speed's face killed me.
But it just showed that Speed, what was it? He just went like...
But I get it. I think it was how awkward it was. But by the way, he did it in a very nice way.
No, he did it in a very nice way.
Like
but
this.
I think it's just a lack of understanding. It's a complete lack of understanding, because I feel if I'm more comfortable just shaking people's hands because it's just what I grew up with, and it was what I was shown to do to show that I'm feeling confident. And it was like, if you're a bit shy, you kind of hold back, but if you're feeling confident, you go for it. But it just shows a complete differentiation in cultures. And I think, but this type of story is actually not a bad thing, because it allows people to become educated. So when I saw this TikTok of Khabib refusals to shake hands, I've seen so many great comments, and I wanted to read one to you.
Ooh.
But my copy paste wasn't working, so I can't.
Do you remember it by any chance?
The comment was basically just saying that it's actually, by choosing to withhold a handshake, it's a massive sign of respect to the woman. And it's proving that it's a noble way to respect her and her dignity, is what it said, in nicer ways.
That's so interesting. And you know what it also is, Casey? I feel like it, because it's something, by the way, I overthink. I'm one of those people, I'm a handshaker, because it's a part of Sudanese culture. We always shake hands. Like, even if we kiss your cheeks, we shake hands after. And that's like, it's different in Arab cultures. Some cultures, like Jordanian, Lebanese, you kiss each other on the cheeks, but you don't shake hands. But
so interesting.
In my culture, we always shake hands. So I don't mind shaking hands. But then I go to these events, and it's like, these men, they catch me off guard, and they give me side hugs. And it's like, I don't even have time to to take it in. So now when I go into it, immediately I've trained my mind to just put my hand out. So I don't have to go for that awkward side hug. Okay. I don't want, where I'm going to be like really stiff and I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it whatsoever. It's just, I think in a situation like this, I love that he stood his ground, even though it's like he said, it's on a global stage, because you should stand your ground. You know, you should not do stuff that makes you feel uncomfortable. And I think that was the learning lesson for me. Like, you can just say no.
100, and there's no right and wrong in that situation.
Exactly.
That's his beliefs, and that's totally fine. But you know what, though, is that I grew up in Ireland, and we do this. Everyone who lives there kind of understands the way you greet. And when I greet people here, it's like, oh, you're going for 3 kisses, you're going for 2 kisses, you're going for 1 kiss. And you always have that discussion. But maybe we should understand that we're in a country with over 200 nationalities. And maybe we can make our own way to greet people where everyone is comfortable.
Yeah. You need to read body language, to be honest with you. I feel like you do, because like with me, oh my God, I was speaking to Akash about this, but I was telling him how I always do this thing where, like, when I'm like speaking to Massa or I'm speaking to Natasha and they like tell me to do something for them, I'm always like, okay, Miss Manager, okay, beautiful. I think I did it to you before, Casey.
I can't remember.
I was like, remember when you got us all matchas? Guys, isn't she so sweet? She got all of us in the content team matchas, and I remember you were feeling a bit guilty because you only got it for the content team. And I remember I looked at you and I was like, okay, Miss Director. And then I remember Akash was telling me, he was like, why would you ever do that with a man? I'm like, no, I would not compliment men like that, Tim, because do you get what I mean? I think you just need to read into people's body language. With girls, I'm more excited. I'm extremely stiff. Like, I immediately, I do it by purpose.
What
so
you're
they
saying
can read
is
into it.
Yeah,
Sorry, I went on a tangent there.
Well, it's just interesting because I feel like people have a different perception of how they react. So are you saying you're more comfortable with men than women? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying I'm more comfortable with women than men.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, with the men. Yeah. Sorry, you're more comfortable with men than men. Okay.
And
yeah.
it's not, I don't think it's comfort though, Casey, because I am comfortable around men. It's just more of the fact is I'm more nicer and I'm more bubbly around women, and I don't like to do it around men, just so there is not that chance where someone does something strange and they're like, oh, you gave me that impression. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I used to be like the same, like with both men and women, but I just personally think it doesn't work. I
feel like we could actually go down a long tangent on this conversation.
Yes, sorry about that.
But what we're actually getting is so many comments about what people think we're talking about the match that happened, but we weren't. On the live, good morning to everyone for tuning in. By the way, if you're on Instagram and you can't hear us as well, it's because we're still having technical difficulties. We're trying to get those fixed for you. But in the meantime, you can hear us on podcast after the show if you'd like to catch the full show. Let's jump in to our top story of the day. The UAE's annual midday break is back. It's beginning on June 15th. So starting June 15th until September 15th, outdoor work will be prohibited from 12:30 to 3 p.m. And that's according to the Ministry of Human Resources and Emiratization.
Now, in its 21st year, the rule basically aims to protect workers during the hottest part of the day. Employers must provide shaded rest areas with cooling equipment, drinking water, and first aid kits. Violations, if this is not met, come with really serious fines, 5,000 dirhams per worker, up to 15,000 dirhams if multiple workers are involved.
Now, some certain essential work is exempt, so laying asphalt, pouring concrete, or emergency repairs to utilities and traffic systems. These exemptions require proper permits, of course. Mohsen Al Nasri from the ministry said regular field inspections will ensure compliance.
Now, if you see violations, you guys can actually report them. To do so, call 600-590000 or use the MoHRE app or website.
I feel like we're having a bit of a lull in heat, but there was a weekend like 10 days ago that was so hot and it just rang alarm bells of the summer, and it really made you consider everyone around us who was not blessed to be under AC every day.
It was completely horrid. But by the way, you were right. It is dipping right now because I went on a run last night.
It's dipping.
And it got a bit windy. It got a bit windy.
I sat outside and I literally was like, I'm not going inside because this is like one of those rare moments pre-summer that we can enjoy. But that's at 7 p.m. at night.
Exactly. No, you're completely right. And I think, when times like this come, I feel it's so important to have empathy for those workers. For example, my mother, me and her, we go to get together to the supermarket and we make sure to buy like big water bottles and we just keep it in the front seat of the car. And whenever we see someone, a labor worker working anywhere in the city, we hand them that water.
So
or it's
nice.
like a box of biscuits. Or like even like when Kareem drivers come and they drop something off, I always make sure to give them water, yogurt. Like, you cannot imagine how much of a difference that makes to them.
I'm so glad you shared that about keeping water in the car, because we on Lovin get a bit of stick sometimes for sharing videos of people who leave water bottles outside their door to give to drivers and they video it, because everyone's like, you're doing a kind thing, you shouldn't video it. And then Lovin shares it, and then the people in the video get sticks for sharing the kind thing that they've done. But I now leave water outside my door because of those videos. I wouldn't have known. I wouldn't have thought to leave water in my car. And I was thinking, like, what about labor workers? What about people, maybe not construction workers, but also people cleaning the roads we see so often, gardeners outside? How can you help those people? And like you said, just like maybe having some water in the car would be a nice way to do it. And even it's just a kind gesture.
It is, and like Casey,
it shows you see people.
Exactly, and like even what you said, Casey, like you not leaving water outside. If you didn't see that example, I think that as a community, you lead by example. It's like sometimes it's not even that people aren't nice or anything. It's just that the idea does not come into your mind immediately. So when you see other people doing it, it's like immediately it's like, okay, that's something that I can do. I think with social media, by the way, you can tell. It's like a fine line when someone is posting something to be like, oh, I'm such a great person. I'm for the community.
I agree.
Or it's just when it's like them showing an example of something nice you can do. Because
100%
when
I agree.
they're constantly filming it, that's their main branding. That's their main theme. They're doing that by purpose.
And yeah, you can tell if it's a consistent thing they're doing, or if they're like, I'm going to bring this orange to these. You can tell.
Too much.
Let's jump in to our next story. A major shout out to Huda Kattan. She has bought back Huda Beauty. So after 8 years, the founder, Huda Kattan, has officially brought back her equity. She's reclaimed 100% ownership of the brand she built from the ground up.
Now, this bold move basically makes Huda Beauty one of the rare founder-owned brands in the beauty industry and marks a powerful new chapter led by passion, purpose, and authenticity.
This ends an 8-year partnership with TSG Consumer and reestablishes the brand as 100% founder-owned. The brand remains co-led by Huda, her husband Christopher Goncalves as co-CEOs, and Alia Kattan leading the global social strategy.
Look, I think it's something amazing that, we're seeing a woman, she completely owns her business now. And I don't blame her for doing this, Casey. That means she can completely, she can take lead and make whatever decision that she wants. And I feel like up until now, we've seen that all the decisions that she's done with Huda Beauty, I mean, the brand is so successful. Do you use it, by the way?
Yeah, I feel like it's the one brand that I've tried all products.
No way.
I stick with the powder. I've got the foundation at the moment. But always over time, because it's so amazing that it's this global success story that's loved. It's the biggest beauty brand on Instagram. And yet the home is here in Dubai, and like we see the sisters at events, and it's also like we talk about the Dubai dream. It started with a $6,000 loan from her sister.
Alia.
Yeah. She got her eyelashes into Sephora, and now look, we don't know the money behind this deal, but we know it's big, and now she owns 100% of it. The dream is possible here.
It really is. And it's the fact that also her parents, they're Iraqi immigrants, and they actually grew up in America and Oklahoma specifically. So I think for me, it's the fact that they managed to make a product that not only the people here in Dubai, in the Middle East love, but also in the entire world. I think it's not common to go to the States and hear the name of like Middle Eastern makeup artists that are so completely famous, and the fact that she's done that and is the most famous, I think, is what stands out for me. But by the way, with TSG, when they actually bought the stake and I believe it was 2017 when they bought it in Huda Beauty, Casey. It actually valued the company at $1.2 billion, according to Forbes. So I think they came in at the perfect time. You know, the company became a unicorn, but now look at it. You know, they don't need them anymore. I think that's the point that we're seeing here.
Interesting on those numbers. I wonder what it's worth to date. I love that it's with her husband and her sisters.
Right.
And like, you know that the dad is involved in like all decisions, and obviously Kelly's not part of it anymore, but like, you'd love to get a proper, they did the Facebook docuseries before, but like a proper fly on the wall of how everything works. Yeah. But like, how amazing to be working with your family at that level.
I hope they're hearing this right now. Do you believe in family businesses, Casey?
Well, I work with my brother, so...
That's a good point.
I work with my brother very closely, and 100%.
Oh, wow.
Because you have that, there's that thing that says you shouldn't go into family, but you see here, this is a country of family businesses, and there's always that trust level there that I would rather work with family than with friends. Business partners work too. I think it totally depends on the people. 100% depends on the people. You'll have success stories either way, and you'll have false stories either way. But yeah, I do.
That's true.
What do you think?
I don't believe in family businesses. I really, because it's like, to be honest with you, like say my sister was like either the founder or CEO, and she does something I don't like. Mom, come here right now. You need to see what she did to me. She did not give me that promotion.
But like, that's why the people. That's why the people matter.
I would immediately involve my mother. Like, nope, you're not.
Why in this story are you assuming that she's giving you the promotion?
It's because it's like either way, I know that either her or me, if we get into a squabble, either she didn't give me the promotion or I didn't give her the promotion, our mom is being called.
Yeah, I'll give you a tip there. Mom, I love you. Never involve the mom.
Really?
Yeah, you can't involve the mom because the mom makes it emotional, and you have to keep the emotions out of it. So don't involve the mom. Okay. Mom, I love you, but she knows she can't be involved because she'll wave the flag for everyone, you know. And no matter what the story is, like she loves all of us, so she just has to stay out of those.
No, mothers
conversations.
Have favorites. I truly think they have favorites, but
I think it depends on the day of the week in my house.
Oh, okay. I get what you mean. I get what you mean with that.
Does your mom have a clear favorite?
It's to be honest with you, I would say my brother. I would say my brother, but I think it's because he's special needs. So in her mind, I think it's like he needs extra love. And to be honest with you, like I'm totally okay with that. But yeah. I do think she has a favorite. She says it herself. And I'm okay with it, to be honest with you. I really am, because in my head, like in the end of the day, they're your mom or dad and they love you. I don't think it makes a difference. You know what it is? I don't think that it's love for the person. I think it's for a certain skill or like your nature. Does that make sense? Like they love different things in like 100%. Different kids. You get what I mean?
I agree. I wonder who's the favourite in the Kattan household. Let's jump into our final story of the day, the most Dubai story you'll ever hear. A viral collectible is getting the luxury treatment in Dubai. A local flower shop is selling a life-size Labubu for nearly 30,000 dirham.
Guys, that's like $8,000. So the 1.3 meter tall figure is made entirely from 1,600 pink roses, and it's being sold by flower.ae, and it's already catching the attention of so many collectors and social media influencers. In case you've been living under a rock without access to any internet for the last couple of weeks, Labubu figures are known for their ugly cute charm. They usually retail, you can get them here for 79 dirham at the lowest, but people are charging more for them if you get them anywhere else. They're especially popular among Gen Z and often sold in blind boxes. Right now, they're being sold in Kareem, Noon Minutes, and Talabat for 290 dirhams.
That's what I'm saying.
With the global demand skyrocketing and limited availability, Labubu has now become a collector's dream, often reselling far more than the retail price.
And now with Dubai's floral spin on the character, this luxury version might be one of the rarest and priciest Labubu displays we've ever seen.
Casey, I have a question for you. Would you want your husband to gift you this Labubu flower-sized figure, or would you want a trip?
I just got to preface this by saying I love flowers.ae. My fiance Dale knows that I'm happy to accept flowers from flowers.ae at any point. I would not accept this Labubu. I think it's too much money. I'd rather it goes on to a ring on my finger or something else.
Yes.
Maybe like in my 35-year-old head, like savings for a house. It's too much for something that won't last forever.
Way too much. And I don't think that people are honestly buying this. I refuse to believe it. 30,000 dirhams. And to be honest with you, I'd be creeped out. I'd be creeped out. A life-size Labubu figure looking at me while I'm like drinking my coffee. And like, how do you even water these flowers? Like, and Casey, when they die, imagine how that Labubu is gonna look when all of these flowers die. That would creep. Like, just give me the 30K.
Is it a genius? I saw the video on Smashy Business where Warda's journalist is. Where was the video taken? It looked like.
The video? I think it was like in the store or something.
It was in the store?
Yeah, but
not a mall or something. I feel like it needs to be at least appreciated for now. It's just a genius marketing technique. Like, we would never have spoken about flowers.ie for this purpose unless they were involved in this story.
So true.
So, well done, guys.
And the video did really well, by the way. I think it got like 50K views. So you know that people are tuning in. And it's just, I saw some influencers were gifted it, maybe by flower.ae. But honestly, it's smart because I checked flower.ae and their flowers are beautiful. They are.
So if you're looking to give someone coming up to the Eid break, you know where to go. Guys, we're going to take a very short break. We're very excited to have Lisa joining us on the show after this short break. She's going to talk about taking the road less travelled from Dubai to Baghdad and beyond. Stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Today's guest is Lisa Kagarova, better known as Lisa and Travels. She's not your typical travel influencer. She drove solo from the UAE to Iraq, taking us through landscapes and cultures most people only hear about in headlines. Her travels aren't just ticking off tourist spots, they're also real stories, local voices, and going where few dare to go. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Hi to everyone.
You have an amazing story. So I just want to jump right in. So December 21st, you traveled to Iraq, traveling alone as a solo female traveler. Can you just, let's start there. What happened at the border?
At Iraq border.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a story before I reached the Iraq border. When I was riding, there was no any homes, no any cars around, so there is just road, yeah. And on my car there is written, doesn't matter from which country you are, matter what kind of person you are. And one person by car, he started chasing me.
Chasing?
Yes. He started to give me signals that I should stop. And of course I got a little bit scared, like what is going on? I keep on driving, then he blocked my car, blocked my road. He stopped me. He out and started to ask in a very bad way, like, what is this? Because he don't understand English. And then I translate to him, like, I translate what it's mean. And he started to smile like, okay, go. So this was like before Iraq border.
Was he policeman or normal person?
He was a Jordan. He was just a person. He was just driving and he saw it and he thought maybe it's written something bad. So that's why he wanted to understand what is this.
Wow.
But then, yeah, he started to smile and like, okay, go, thank you so much. So in the Iraq border, there was very surprised, like Russian woman, alone, by Dubai car, she's coming to Iraq. Something wrong with her. She's strange, there is something wrong. We should check her documents, everything very clear, to be sure that there is everything. I mean, there was very surprised, like what is going on, why she's coming here alone. And after we done all documents and I got my visa, so you cannot move in this in the evening till Baghdad from border, because there is a kind of dangerous road. They're not allowed you after 7 to move. You have to stay there. And usually people are sleeping in the car, but I don't know how it's going with me. But for me, they give me a room in the border. They give me a nice dinner. They give me a room with a shower that I can sleep, take rest. And so in the morning I got up and we start move. The move was with escort of the army car, 400 kilometers. And the main stuff was, they was telling me it's so dangerous, you cannot go alone these 400 kilometers, you have to go with this escort army car. I said, okay. This army car came and in 1 minute it's broken. It cannot move. And they said, okay, you go in 20 minutes, there is another car, we'll catch you. And I was like, what? Really? You're telling me it's very dangerous and I have to go myself? But then I was like, okay, I'm here, so what to do? Let's go. In 20 minutes, yeah, another car catch me, but it was kind of, I was scared.
Really?
but still, even I'm scared, like 1, 2, 3, go.
Interesting. When you were planning these trips, like, were you aware of this, I guess, famous road that was going to be dangerous? Or did you just find out when you arrived there?
I was a little bit scared, but in the same moment, how to say it? There shouldn't be any borders. Even you scared something, if you want, you should go. You should try it. Why not? In each country, there is a people. There is a people. They're same as you. Just they speak in different language. That's it. And I was going with open mind, with open heart. And in my thoughts, there will be only that I will meet only good people. There was no any bad thoughts in my head. And that's what's happened. Because whatever we're thinking, this is happening. If I would go with the bad thoughts, for sure something bad will happen. But
it was good experiences. Well, Iraq, Baghdad, Babylon, Kurdistan, what drew you to travel to these places? What ignited the spark within you to make this trip?
One more time, question.
Why did you want to travel to these countries?
So the main was that I know a lot of people, especially in Russia, they even scared to say this word, Iraq. And I want to show them, like, people, come on, it's so good for traveling, for tourism. There is a lot of places, historical, especially Babylon, for example. And you should go, you should explore. It's not only that you go into the countries where everybody is go. You can travel around the world, and you should visit these countries as well, because they're really beautiful. They have a lot of interesting places that people have to go there and see them and don't be scared. So that's why I was trying to show that you can do it. Even I did it myself. Come on, alone, without any security, without anything. What I did, I just sit in the car and I moved and I start to roll. That's it. It's really easy. Just
it's so amazing, and it's so true, because you're right that a lot of people will associate some of these places with maybe conflict. So
yes.
What was the reality on the ground when you were driving through Iraq, when you're driving through Kurdistan? What did you see?
What do you mean?
So what was it? People think conflict when they think of some countries. So what was the reality? What were the people like?
So reality that people was very kind. I don't know, they took me, actually in each country, but especially in Iraq, I feel it more, that they took me as I am the best friend of the family, of each person.
Wow.
And I was feel so a lot of love that I was even not expecting. So wherever I was stopped in a restaurant, they was trying to give me, by the way, everybody was trying to give me some food, I don't know why. They was trying to give me food, drinks, and so yeah, people was very nice. And even I was in some situations, for example, there was a moment in Saudi. I went to a desert. I so wished to visit one place in Al-Ul. And I stuck in the desert because my Jeep is not 4x4. And there was no one around. I started to walk and I found a home. And there was only men, Muslim men. I explained them the situation. They said, Wallah, Habibi, no problem. 5 seconds, they moved out my car. They showed me the places because I was not able to find it myself, which I want. So everywhere people took me like this and they helped me a lot in a lot of situations.
So amazing. If I'm going on a holiday, I use booking.com. I plan my first hotel and then my second Airbnb and then maybe guest house. What kind of preparation for your accommodation did you do and what kind of places did you stay in?
Actually, I decided to go in 1 week. In 1 week, I bought car. In 1 week, I get ready my car. I changed the color because I decided I love red color. It cannot be a gray, it should be a red color. So I done everything in 1 week. I just checked internet, okay, what can do in this country, what I can do in this country. That's what I'm usually doing. And like, okay, I got my carnet de passage, okay, let's go. Everything will come on the spot. It was not like I prepare every day, okay, this minute I will do this minute I will do that. No, at all. I understood what I will do, but then usually the most something interesting happening in situation when you not plan at all, when you not plan a lot.
Interesting. You know, I think in the last few years, solo travel is becoming more romanticized, especially for, you know, we grew up and you go and travel solo, but now people think it's like a beautiful journey to take. So I wonder, does it get lonely?
When there was a moment that I saw there is like so a lot of people around me, but still I feel I'm lonely because it's not my place. I mean, I'm a tourist here. It's not my home. But then it was just, yes, it was, but it was few times. Then I thought to myself, like, come on, you are traveling by car through these beautiful, nice countries. Just relax, just enjoy this moment because this moment will never come again. Even if I will again go to Iraq, I will not feel the same that I felt first time when I came here. So that's why you have to really enjoy it right now. And don't put yourself in that, oh, I'm so lonely, I'm alone here. And by the way, there was my dog with me as well.
Ah, you're Yorkie?
Yes, Jolana.
How do you bring Jolana to every country?
So about Jolana, there was a situation that I dropped her by airplane to Turkey.
Okay.
Because it would be very difficult about documents for her to brought her through all these countries like Saudi, Jordan, Iraq, about the documents exactly. That's why by airplane I brought her to Turkey, and already from Turkey I picked her, and we start to road to Bulgaria, Romania.
So there's a lot of different trips that we're covering here, and I'm blown away that it took just 1 week to prepare for the Baghdad, Iraq trip. Is it expensive to do these travel to these countries?
Well, of course it's taking money because every day you're moving, you have to pay for the fuel. You have to pay for, you're not at home, you have to pay for the rent apartment. But then it's not something that I was staying in the 5-star hotels, because I cannot unfortunately do it now. So I was staying in the small apartments somewhere in the big apartments. But then it's as well about some people are, so for example, they're thinking, I don't have money now for a 5-star hotel, I don't have money for rent a Bentley, so that's why I will not go to the vacation, I will stay at home. But come on, even you don't have this, you can, all time you can find the small apartment, pay not too much, but still go see, see what's around you, around the world, get the emotions, that's the main.
And you also went to Saudi alone. Can you remember any, experiences from that trip? Any memorable moments?
I think, of course, it's Iraq. My lovely Iraq, because there was a lot of checkposts, and always they were stopping me. They were checking my documents, but in the same moment, they always given me water, some biscuits. But in the same moment, they took a lot of my time, because there was also not understand what this girl alone, Dubai car, Russia, what she's doing here.
Yeah.
We have to check all her documents, something wrong with her. So this moment was, then of course when I stuck in Saudi, in the desert, and in Jordan there was a situation that I crossed the border of Jordan, and I start to move. I said that I will reach Petra, but it's a very long distance. And on the way, I already understood I cannot move anymore. I want to sleep. And I just stopped on the road because there was no any home, nothing. And when I woke up, I saw there was a police car in front of me. So then I out from the car, I talked to them. They said that actually they was driving, they saw my car, they stopped and decided they will take care about, about my dream.
Wow. Your passion to see the world and different cultures is so beautiful.
Yes.
When have you always had this passion, or when did it really kind of
I
become
think
something you
always.
wanted to do? Always.
So from a child, I born in the city which border with China. So somehow,
What city?
It's Russia. It's named Lesozavodsk. So in this border with China, and I think from my childhood I was looking, thinking like I should go to another country. There is border, but not for me. Maybe it's from there coming.
And what does your family think of your explorations?
My family got to know that I went all this trip only after I back to Dubai. My mama still don't know. Mama, I'm so sorry, but of course, she already know that I can do whatever. She already ready for everything. But still, this would be too much for her. That's why we're not saying to her. And my family, my brother, and they got to know only after I back.
Wow.
I was chatting with them every day, but I was saying I'm at Dubai, all good, working.
And they live still at home?
Yes, in Russia. Yes.
Okay, so, and you just think that maybe your mom would be scared, so it's easier not to tell?
Yes, it's better to not say to her. But maybe after some time still, maybe I will show her and translate this video. Yes,
Show her this interview.
Yes.
This is the moment.
Yes.
Well, for your mom, maybe she would like to know if someone wants to do a solo trip like this, if they see this video and they're inspired by your passion to see unique places that we don't see on Instagram, what kind of advice would you give them? What kind of preparation should they make?
Preparation for
the trip. What kind of advice do you think a female solo traveler should take before going somewhere?
First, remove any borders from your head. There is no geographic borders. There is no borders. Shouldn't be in the head. It's the first moment. Second, don't make preparation very long, because some people thinking, okay, I should buy this, I should do this, do this, do this. Okay, and then this keep on going for the rest of the life, and he never will go somewhere. He or she. What I did, I just changed the color of the car. I was not doing anything with the car else. I was not putting any table, any stove or whatever. Just sit and move. So if you want to do something, just start to do it right now. Don't wait that, okay, I will finish that, I will finish this. Just start your journey. Of course, you should read before about documents that you need, like, for example, carnet de passage. And of course, check at least the most beautiful places that you should visit. But still, when you will come to the country, you will speak to people, local people, and they will be the best advisors to say, oh, you know, there is this place. By the way, tourists usually not go there, so go there. Or there is that place. Or there is this beautiful sport. So that's how it's going as well.
Live in the moment and speak to the locals. Like, I love it so much. I love your passion for traveling. I really do. Before you leave us, what's next?
So next, it's actually Kilimanjaro.
Cool.
Yes, but then I also would love to still climb Everest. I done Everest Base Camp, but I want Everest. And Antarctica, of course, as well.
If people watching, if they're inspired by your journey and they'd like to speak to you, they have questions, how can they find you?
Please, in my blog, Instagram, Lisa and Travels, and I would love to give tips if someone also want planning this road, or if someone want to do any make his wish true, but he's scared of someone, I will also give you the power.
Love that. You only have
Come to
one
my
life.
Instagram.
So amazing, Lisa. Thank you so much for joining us. You only have one life, guys. That brings us to the end of the show. We're about to go on a 4-day vacation in this beautiful country, so enjoy it. And we'll see you back here on Monday morning, same time, same place. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.